Very good morning, dear students. So today we are taking the topic that is the problem of the straight line. We see some very important problem of the straight line with the help of different formula what we have already learned. So let's see how to solve the different problem of the straight line. So dear student, we are taking the problem of the straight line. So here first example we see, let's say find the angle between the line. We are given two lines in general form, y minus root 3 x minus 5 equal to 0 and second line root 3 y minus x plus 6 equal to 0. So we know one formula. If we can say theta is given, then tan theta equal to mod of m2 minus m1 upon 1 plus m1 m2. That formula we can use. For that formula, we need the slope form. So first of all, you have to convert these lines in the slope form. So you write the solution. Given lines are y minus root 3x minus 5 equal to 0 and root 3y minus x plus 6 equal to 0 can be rewritten as we can write this line in slope form. So y equal to, that is slope form, y equal to this transfer to this side, so root 3x plus 5 and this can be written as root 3y equal to x minus 6 or y equal to 1 by root 3y plus x minus 6. Y equal to 1 by root 3x minus 6. So in this way both the lines we have to return and compare with this line in slope form and compare with y equal to mx plus c. So here for first line, here for y equal to root 3x plus 5. Slope of this line is root 3. And for second line, y equal to 1 by root 3x minus 6. M2, that is slope is 1 by root 3. Now both the lines we are comparing with the formula y equal to mx. So for first line, coefficient of x is root 3, which is the slope of this line. And for second line, coefficient of x is 1 upon root 3. So slope of this will be 1 by 3. So in this way, dear student, we can find the slope. So after getting the slope, we can find the angle. So you can say that theta be the angle between two lines, which is given by tan theta equal to mod of m2 minus m1 upon 1 plus m1 m2. We use this formula to find the angle between the two lines. Clear? So put the value of m2 1 by root 3 minus m1 root 3 upon 1 plus 1 by root 3 into 1 into root 3. So now take LCM and simplify. So tan theta equal to mod of 1 minus 3. Take LCM root 3 and here also we take LCM and root 3. So root 3 will cancel out. We get root 3. So 1 minus root 3 upon root 3 plus root 3, that is 2 root 3. So 1 minus root 3 upon 2 root 3, that is mod we are taking minus 2 upon 2 root 3. So that is cancel out mod of 1 upon root 3. So now we can take mod in two form. Either you take plus 1 by 3. So you can write either tan theta equal to 1 by root 3 or tan theta equal to minus 1 by root 3. So you know that value of tan theta at what angle? 1 upon root 3, that is 30 degree, and complementary angle of this, that is 1 by 80 minus 3, that is 150. So other angle will be 180 minus 30, that is 150. So you can say required angles are 30 degree or 150. So dear student, in this way one can find the angle between the two lines. So problem stated that show that the two lines a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0, and second line equation general form are given a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Then we have to show that lines are parallel if this condition is satisfied, or you may also write like a1 upon b1 equal to a to this. They may be interchanged. So in textbook it is given a1 upon b1 equal to a2 upon b2. You may write like this also. And perpendicular if a1 a2 plus b1 b2. These two conditions are there. So for showing this condition, so say here solution is right. Here given lines are a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. So to prove the lines are perpendicular or parallel, we need their slopes. So the general form we can convert into slope form. Can be written as, so we write these the line in the slope form, means y equal to. So first can be written as b1 y is equal to, transfer this side, so minus a1x minus c1. So y equal to minus a1 upon b1 x minus c1 upon b1. And second line we can also write in slope intercept form. So this can be written as b2y equal to minus a2x minus c2. So y equal to minus a2 b2 minus c2 upon b2. Now both the line we compare with the slope form with mx plus c. To find the slope of these two given lines, we have to compare it with the slope form, that is y equal to mx plus c. So here m is, this is the slope of the first line. Therefore m1 equal to minus a upon b1. And slope of the second line, so compare this line with this. So coefficient of x is the slope. Here coefficient of x is minus a2 by b2. Clear? Now we know the condition for two parallel lines. Their slopes are equal. Their slopes are equal. So in previous topic we already know if two lines are parallel, then their slope should be equal. So one can say m1 equal to m2. So m1 is this. So that is minus a1 upon b1 minus a2 upon b2. So which can be written as a1 b1 equal to a2. Or you may write multiply from a1 upon a2 b1 upon b2. So first part is proved. If the lines are parallel, and condition will be a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2. Also you see in 10th class, if the two lines are parallel, then the ratio of the coefficient of x and y axis are equal. So the same thing Here we are going with the help of the slope. Now for second condition, for perpendicular lines, we know that for two perpendicular lines, the product of their slope is -1. Product of their slope is -1. That is m1 into m2 should be equal to -1. Correct? So now m1 is this, m2 is this. Put the values. -a1 b1 into -a2 b2. So this minus minus cancel out or multiply, you get plus a1 a2 upon b1 b2. So what we get, a1 a2 upon b1 b2 equal to -1. Clear? Now you cross multiply this one. If you cross multiply, what we get, a1 a2 equal to minus, so a1 a2 equal to minus b1 b2. Now this term transfer to this side, so a1 a2 plus b1 b2 equal to 0, else 2. So this is the second condition we want to prove. a1 a2 plus b1 b2 equal to 0. So dear student, in this way one can easily prove the condition, and this is also very important condition for finding the solution when we need or we are given the lines are perpendicular to each other or lines are parallel. In that case we have to use. Now next problem, see 17. That says find the equation of a line. This is very important. Find the equation of a line perpendicular to the line, given line x minus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. This is perpendicular to this line and passing through the point 1 and -2. Clear? So now we are given again two conditions. The required line, we have to find the equation which is passing through the given point. This one point is given and which is perpendicular to the given line. Suppose our given line is this. This is the given line. Its equation is x minus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. Now our required line is perpendicular to this one. This is our required line. And this line is also passing through a point whose coordinate is given. So you know that both the lines are perpendicular to each other. So if two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slope is -1. So using this fact, one can find the equation of the required line. So given line can be written in slope form. Given line x minus 2y minus 3 equal to 0 can be written as x equal to or x plus 3 equal to 2y x minus 3 equal to 2y or y equal to 1 by 2x minus 3 by 2. Compare with the slope form. Y equal to mx plus c. So we get the slope of the given line. Slope of the given line. So m1 equal to coefficient of x. This. So this is the slope of the line. But this line, this line is perpendicular to required line whose slope be m2 length. Required line slope we are suppose m2. So this line has slope m1 and this line m2. Now we are saying that L is perpendicular to L, capital. That's what condition. Their product should be -1. So we can say here using formula m1 m2 equal to -1. So m2 slope of the second line. So -1 upon slope of given, that is -2. That's we find the slope of the required line. Now we need what? Slope of the required line and a point from which the required line is passing. So using point slope formula, we can find the equation. So equation of the line or required line, you can say equation of the line with slope -2 and passes from 1 -2 by using formula point slope formula y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. We use the formula point slope form. Clear? So this formula, put the value y minus y1, that is -2, m, that is -2, x minus x1, 1. So you simplify, you get the answer. -2x transfer to this side, so 2x plus y, this minus plus 2 transfer to this, that is 0. So y or 2x plus y equal to 0, or you can say y equal to -2x. That is the required answer. Clear? So in this way, dear student, you can solve the different problem related to the slope and equation, and also you use the important condition like the lines are perpendicular, then which condition you have to use, or lines are parallel, then which condition you have to use. In later on we see some more problem. Before that, one point we have to discuss, that is the distance of a point from a line. How to find distance of a point from a line? We are given two things. One is a line. Suppose this line L is given and one point is also given in the plane. Then how to find the distance of this line from the given point? So what we are given? We are given a point, means we are given the coordinate of point, that is x1, y1. So to find the distance of a point from a given line, we have to find the perpendicular distance between a point and a line. So how to find the perpendicular distance? So let given line be in general form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is our given line and point, and also we are given point P, x1, y1. Clear? So now we draw the perpendicular. We draw PM perpendicular to L. This is the PM, and we want to find what? Find PM. Clear? Now dear students, see, as this line L is intersecting the coordinate axis, Suppose this is A, or you can take Q and R. This is Q and R. So can we find the coordinate of the point Q and R? Because this is intersecting. So at Q, at the point Q, it is intersecting x-axis. Y will be 0. Y coordinate will be 0. So in this equation, if you put y equal to 0, then what we get? Ax c equal to 0, x equal to minus c. So coordinate of this will be x equal to minus c by a and y is 0. And at R, x equal to 0 on y axis, x coordinate is 0. So in this equation, if you put x equal to 0, we get y. So y equal to, thank you. So y equal to, we get 0, then minus c by b. So in this way, one can find the value of r coordinate, that is 0 minus c by b. Clear? So now we join it. We join PR, QR. So we get a triangle like this, whose all three coordinates are given. Clear? Thus area of the triangle PQR, then area of triangle PQR. What is the area? 1 by 2 base into height. So 1 by 2 base is here in this triangle C, PQR. Base is QR, height is PL. So 1 by 2 QR into height PL. Clear? So from this we get the value of PM. So PM equal to what? From this, cross multiply 2 into area of triangle. 2 into area of triangle PQR. Cross multiply PM equal to, this 2 will transfer to this side. 2 into area of triangle PQR by QR. So this thing we have to use. So to find the PM, we need the area of triangle. Now separately we find the area of triangle. As in 10th class coordinate geometry, you know how to find the area if we know the coordinates of the points of vertex of the triangle. So you can say here separately find area of triangle PQR. Equal to formula 1 by 2 x1 y2 minus y1 x2 y3 minus y1 and x3 y1 minus y2. This is the general formula we are using for finding the area of a triangle. Clear? So now use all these and you can find the area. So x1 is already given, x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3. So all coordinates are given, dear student. So you put all these. So we can write here 1 by 2, x1 as a x2. Now y2, x1, y2 is 0. So 0 minus y2 minus y3. y3 is this. So minus minus plus c upon b. Then plus x2. That is minus c upon a. y3 minus c upon b minus y1, that is again y1. Then plus x3. x3 is 0. So this is 0 into y1, that is y1 minus y2. So y2 is minus plus c upon a. So you can say here this will be 0 because 0 multiply with the any number that is there. So last term no need to write, it may be 0. So only you have to simplify first two. So what we get 1 by 2 mod of, now x1 0, so multiply this one, so x1 into c by b. Okay? Then you have constant minus c upon a into minus c upon b, that is minus minus plus, so c square upon ab, minus ca with this, minus minus plus, so plus y1 c upon b. So this is the area of the triangle. Now here we get the area of triangle. Next thing we need the QR. What is the QR? The use distance formula, as you see in 10th class. We know coordinate of r and coordinate of q. So using the distance formula, one can find the QR. Yes. So here you can write distance formula. So QR equal to root of, as distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So suppose this is x2 minus x1. So 0 minus minus plus y2 minus y1. This is y2 minus y1. So if you solve this, will be c square plus c square a square upon b square. So that we get only simply c square plus, and then take LCM and simplify. So what we get, c square into a square b square upon a square b square, or c root of a square b square upon ab. Square and square root cancel out. So finally what we get, the distance QR is equal to c upon ab, and this is the distance, so you may take mode. Positive distance. So we get the value of QR and we get the area. Now put this, we get the PM. PM is the distance of the point from. So put all these values and simplify, you get the answer. Clear? So write down here PM equal to 2 into area. 2 into area, 1 by 2 mod of x1 c upon b plus c square upon ab plus y1 c upon a upon QR is this, c upon ab, root of a square plus b square. So 2 divided by 2, and here in this take LCM. So if you take the LCM will be ab. So this multiply by a and this multiply by b. So we get a c x1 plus c square plus y1 cb. Now this AB LCM and this AB will cancel out. So only we get c root of a square plus b. A square, now one more thing, you take c common from the numerator. And then this c cancel out with this one. So c from the numerator and denominator cancelling out, then what we get, only a x1. You write this first, b y1 plus c upon root of a square b square. See very carefully, in the numerator we take c common, and that will be cancelled out from the c which is already given in the denominator. So finally what we get, ax1 plus by1 plus c upon root of a square plus b square. So we get, or we come at our target, that the distance of a point from origin is always given by ax1 by1 plus c divided by a square b square. Because we are what given? This is given, a is given, b is given, c is given. The line equation is given, coefficient of x1. And x1 y1, this coordinate of the point is also given. Upon root of a, which is also given. So we use very simple formula. This is formula very useful to find the distance between a point and a given line. Clear? So similarly we take or extend this one for parallel line. Now suppose say you have to find the distance between two parallel lines. So same we can use condition, because to find the distance between two parallel lines we can find one point on any one line and then you measure perpendicular. Suppose we are given two lines L1, L2 and both are parallel. Clear? Suppose this is L1, this is L2, two parallel lines. Its equation is and will be same because they are parallel, that's why slope will be same. So equation of the first line is y equal to mx plus c1 and equation of second line will be y equal to mx plus c2. So now this line is passes through the x-axis. So if you want to find the coordinate, y will be 0. This line passes through x-axis, so y coordinate will be 0. So here put 0. So x will be minus c1 upon m. Here put y equal to 0 and solve. So x will be minus c1 upon m. Now to find the distance between these, in other words we can say to find the distance of point A from the line L2. As and here we see distance of a point. This is the point on the second line. From this, so use this formula, we get the answer. Clear? You put the point y1 as a 0 and x1 as a minus cm1 and a as the coefficient of x here for this line and b as a coefficient of y. Put and simplify, you get the direct formula. I am writing here d equal to mod of c1 minus c2 upon root of 1 plus n square. This is the formula for finding the distance between two parallel lines when lines are given in slope form. Now if lines are given in general form, then you write this formula will be changed as c1 minus c2 capital upon a square root of a square plus if the lines are given in normal form. So dear student, this is our very important formula. This formula we have to use for the line which are given in general form and find the distance of a point from a line. But when we are given two lines parallel and we are given equation in slope form and someone says find the distance between these two parallel lines, then you have to use this formula c1 minus c2 upon root of 1 plus n square. And when these two parallel lines are given in normal form, then the distance between two lines is mod of c1 minus c2 upon root of a1 a square plus b square. So dear student, this is for all about today's class. To be continued with us for more videos. In next video we will see some important problem. What we have learned the topic, we see the different type of problems and we solve that one or solution of that one we have to find. So thanks for watching.